Hey, what's happening, everybody? How's the week going for everyone? Let's see who we got in here. Shopcat, he was first. Says you're taking a bus out for a spin. Are you talking about that ski doo you're working on? You're going to go out for a ride? All right. Kevin L's here. What's going on, Kevin? Terry Moat. I can't get used to 22 either, man. It's going to take a month or two. It always does. By March, it'll be like old news. But right now, it's hard to get your head around it. Hey, Brian K's here early. What's going on, Brian? Jeff Ruper's here. What's going on? There's my buddy Chaz. Chaz, I started your video. I'll finish it when I'm done here. I was running short on time today. I'm juggling everything around, but I am about a third of the way in. Henry's here. What's going on, Henry? How you doing, buddy? Jack Wagon. You know it, one. How you doing? And in Pittsburgh, it's Jag off. It might as well be a cuss. If you're in Pittsburgh and somebody calls you a jag off, oh, you're done there, man. What's going on, brother? Thanks for coming in. Yo, there's my buddy Brent. What's going on, blue yellow? Oh man, you guys kill me. All right, man, we're up to 12 already. Way to go. What's going on, Henry? How you doing, brother? Uh, let's see. Robbie Autry, what's happening? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you saying so. Thank you. I just got done with that seat bracket video. I don't know. You guys watch any of you guys watch Dan over there at DD Speed Shop? He had that thing about the videos today. And Sleeper Dude, I don't know if any of you guys watch him. He has two channels, but on his second channel, or one of the channels, he's got like 45,000. The other one, he's got only like 2,700 subscribers so far. But he put on that one about, almost the same kind of video Dan did today. And it was both along the same lines. It ain't lying. YouTube is brutal. So I put this seat bracket video out and they, to click through impression rate or whatever, it was 3.4 and it's got an exclamation point beside it. So you point onto the exclamation point and it says, not as many people are watching as your last one, and it's like, ooh. they're hard on you. So they said you might want to try to change the title and the thumbnail. So I said, okay. So I changed that. So anybody that's already watched the video, it's not a new video. I tried to change the title around and did the thumbnail as well. But then they were like, it might just be the topic or the subject. Basically, they're in a nice way saying you stink. But they're pretty rough on you, man. It's yeah. All right, let's see here. But anyway, we're gonna keep doing it. We're having fun. Mark's here. Mark's Garage from Hedgeville, West Virginia. Thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate you, buddy. Swamp Thing made it. What's going on, man? All right. All right, let's see. Only 40 below today. Ooh, I'm telling you, I don't know. Now Celsius, what's that in Fahrenheit? Is that like right around zero? What's 40 in Celsius? Does anybody know the math on that? The only thing I do in Celsius at work is when we have to vulcanize a Kevlar belt. it's it's in Celsius, and all I know is I got to hit the button at 175, and I can unplug it at 40. Oh, that's even. Ooh, negative 40 is. Ooh, no, 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 no. That's too cold. Hey, Dave made it. Thanks for stopping by, Dave. I appreciate it, man. Did you see on your Facebook? I found a 36 coupe. I was like, there's a 36 coupe. Now I didn't think you'd want to buy it or anything, but maybe like zoom in on the doors or something because I know your stuff was all messed up and maybe you saw something. I don't know. Every time I look at stuff like that, I think of hey, Andy made it. Andy's doghouse. The big dog's here. Ooh, wow, that's cold, man. I see. I didn't know that, Brian. Thanks. You learn something new every day. You guys teach me. Okay. There's my buddy Rick. What's going on, Rick? Let's see what else is going on here. Yeah, I was on. Anyway, back onto the subject. They are brutal to you. So I tried changing my thumbnail and title. So don't let it confuse you. I just trying new stuff like everybody else. See if it works. Hey, there's my buddy Jason. What's going on? Jerry Carr. Thanks, man. All right, cool. 57. Outstanding. Yo, Shaky's here. What's going on, man? Yes, I noticed the unboxing of his new plasma cutter. They're a handy tool, Andy. They really help you out. I use mine. I don't use it as much as I used to, but I used it to cut out for my slides for my front end for the brackets and stuff. And I'll tell you, it helps. If you learn where the cut line's going to be versus using like a straight, I use like a straight edge, put a straight edge down and put the torch against it as a guide. Or if I'm cutting a circle, I, use like a I guess a coffee cup lid or something, you know what I mean, and or a coffee can lid or something like that. But you have to know where the what the distance is between the center of your arc. Once you figure that out, man, it really helps. Then it's just hand speed, and man, you get your hand speed just right, you can just about take that slag and ping it off with your finger, and you don't even have to touch it with a grinder if you get good enough. Every once in a while it happens for me, but most of the time I got to touch it up a little bit. My hands ain't as steady as they used to be. Yo, what's going on? How you doing, Larry? Lynn and Larry are here. How you doing, Larry? Thanks for coming by. Gary's Garage. Yeah, man, we're close, Gary. It's it's like a lot of stuff is what I'm trying to do. My main goal right now is I want to get the cabin sealed up, and then I'm gonna invite my buddy Phil over. He said he would help me get the wiring harness in because it's only going to take a day or two to hook up the fuel and the gas lines, the fuel lines and the stuff like that. But I got to get the trunk work done. I got to put a battery bracket, and I got to put my fuel cell in the trunk or put the bracketry in for it so I can wrap the line. That's right there. I could wrap the line, everything. I got all the stuff in the mail the other day to try to put that piece of back glass in. Now it's an old back glass. I'm going to wash it and see how it looks. As long as it's not fogged around the edges, I'm going to use it. If it's fogged around the edges, then I'll have to order a new one. But I'm thinking it'll be okay. I got the gasket. I got some bedding. I got the clips, and I got the molding. Jim, one of our viewers, give us the molding for it. I only had to buy the two corner pieces, so I should be able to get the back glass in, and then the side glass. I got them sitting there on the table. They'll go right in. And once I get the cabin sealed up, I think for now I'm just going to put plastic around the door openings, and I'll get a windshield and put that in. And that way, my goal is to get all that done so I can pull the car in and out of the garage because Kim and I both work out there, and I don't want all that auto body dust in the garage. So I want to do all the sanding outside so I'll be able to pull the car in and out, which will make life a little. Plus, it'll be fun to just get in it and move it forward, move around a little bit, making race car noises, right, guys? See. Yeah, we call it sad news, but Kim kind of got me leaning. It's a drop in the bucket too, you know. That saying kind of got to me whenever she told me. She goes, "Yeah, go ahead, buy it. It's just another drop in the bucket." So that one kind of sticks too, you know. So we'll see. We're not there yet. See what else. Yes, we are going to see Jay on Sunday. Um, Now, Rick, I just got done watching your video. I don't know how I missed that one, but I just got done watching. You said you're not running any of the heater stuff or anything like that. I'm the opposite. I'm going to run all the heater stuff only because, I'm going to try to ride my car. We have a lot of shows late into October and November and cruisings around here. And, the glass just fogs over. So I just want a defrost. I don't care about heat. I'm not going to drive it in the wintertime, but I want to be able to have a defrost. So I am. He got me a squirrel cage blower. He got me a new box. I have a box, but I think I need a heater box itself. I got the heater flume, the ductwork's already there. So I mean, I just and he got me the nice bezel for the controls and everything. And he's like asking me all these questions on text and on the phone, and I'm like, I don't know. So he knows what I need. He's getting it for me because I didn't take this car apart. When I got it, it was just a shell. I never built a car before, so I don't know what's there. But I'm a pretty good mechanically inclined. When I look at stuff, I can kind of figure it out and put it together. But knowing exactly what's there, mm. But I am putting a heater in mine. Hey, Mike, what's going on? And it's only for the defrost mode and not really defrost for just to keep the windshield from fogging over. I like race car noises too, Shaky. I sat in my seat for a while. I was actually thinking maybe I should try to do a live sitting in the car, maybe. It's like because that's one of the things I could be better at, but my garage is so small. I could be better at with my thumbnails is showing more pictures of the car at different angles. And even when I'm doing my videos, I should be, panning around the car. I'm only like I noticed in a lot of my videos, I'm just focused on what I'm working on for that day or for that project or that video. And it might be cool to take a step back and look at the car every once in a while. I don't know. But I'm going to be trying some new things coming up. Sleeper dudes seem to say if you're going to, he does like 1 hour videos. So when I watch his videos, I got to watch like 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there until I get through the whole video because, it's just, I can't, I'm usually when I'm at work, I only got 15-minute breaks and lunch half hour. And every other day is DD Speed Shop lunch. So, it's like I gotta space my time out, right? Plus, I gotta watch all you guys' videos to keep up on your stuff. But he was saying that, the longer videos, he's like, you want to do clips in them. So I'm gonna try that too. See, he's like, you don't want to do like a 7-minute segment, like you want to do like 2.5 minute segments or so. I'll try that. I mean, I'll try anything. We'll see how, I'm always willing to learn and try new stuff. I was actually talking to Rick about a lot of this before we earlier today on the phone. I don't have any of the answers. I don't know. Who else we got? Did I miss anybody? Hey, yeah, man. Thanks. Thanks. I appreciate that, Dave. iPad. I'm sorry. I'm just taking a second to look over the chat and see if I've missed anything or what's happening in here. Daniel, what's going on? Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it, man. So, like I said, this week on the car, I think we're gonna focus on the trunk. The seat brackets are not 100% complete because I got you seen the picture I put in the community page. I have the level going across. I have the bracket for the passenger side. I have that all tacked together, but I ran out of argon. So I'm like, no problem. I'll just MIG it. So I go to use the MIG and it's out of wire. So I'm like, oh, that's no big deal. I got a big spool in the house. Well, it was only 23 wire and I don't have any 23 contact tubes for my new MIG unit. So I'm like, I got nothing to weld with right now. And so I'm going to the weld store tomorrow. I'm going to pick up and I'm going to get a new MIG gas, which is 75/25. You guys know that. I'm going to get a bottle of argon for the TIG. I'm going to get a box of 30 wire, but I'm also going to get 23 contact tubes so I have the ability to go back and forth. I really thought that spool I had in the house, I thought it was 30 wire, but it was only 23. It was for my old welder, my Lincoln 100. I could have set that back up. It was already getting late. I already got scolded. I mean, I was staying out in the garage. I was telling Rick, I was out in the garage, I don't know, till about 9:30, 1 night 9:30, the next night quarter after 10, and I get off work at 3. And by the time I eat and I get out there, it's already 7 o'clock. So I don't get to spend a whole lot of time at home. So I get out there and it's like, Dan's right. You spend a lot of time. Next thing you know, 1 hour of content, it takes it takes a while. So there's that. So I got to finish the seat bracket on the passenger side and then jump right into the trunk. And when I say finish the seat bracket for the passenger side, it's just welding up all the joints. And you'd be surprised how different the heights are from side to side on the seat brackets for the car. And I found like, why is this different? Did I put one upside down? No, I didn't do that. It's just the tracks, the ones I cut the two. Um, uh, you guys see, if the people that watch the video, you can see where I cut two of the three elongations out for the track where I bolt my bracket onto to just try to get the seat as low as I can. But where they bent that is just they're not uniform, they're a little bit different. And that little quarter inch shoots the one up and the other one down. Next thing you know, there's like a half-inch difference in them. So I probably on the passenger side, I probably should have only cut one of them off. I figured, they're the same, but it doesn't matter. It's just you just change the brackets are they're designed the same. They have the same legs. It's just one's a half-inch higher than the other to get them level across the car. I can't say that the floor is perfect, but it is a new floor. I mean, so how wrong can it be? And then, I guess being a full frame car too, you have the bushings under there, and when you have a full frame car, you put a couple shims in, you'll change your door gaps. I don't know if a lot of you guys know that or not, but that's how I got the passenger side door in. I do have a couple more extra shims under there, and that could be part of it too. That could be why it's a little different. Mhm. I know it changes the door gap. Just changing your. I read an article on it. I can't remember if it was Heavy Chevy or one of the magazines. I read a lot of that stuff, and they were about door gaps on the tri fives, and you certainly can change the door gap openings just by changing your shim packs in and around that area. You'd be surprised. You go back to the trunk area, the last two, you put a couple in there, it changes the pitch of the car. Next thing you know, you come over and you can open that door gap up. I learned that. I also learned how when you're putting the trunk on with the shims, you can shim it. If you shim the bottom, you push the trunk out. You shim the top, you push it down and back. So there's a lot of little tricks and adjustments. Just reading articles online. A lot of people are like they comparing my car to other people's cars and stuff. Dude, it's a compliment to me because I never built a car. I'm just learning as I go. I sit there and I read literature. I go look at what I have and I try to come up with a solution. And if you think it's cool enough, even if it's not better than somebody else's, it doesn't matter to me because you compared it because I'm doing a decent job, right? I don't know. At least I think so. Hey, Grady's here. Grady, I want you to know that you're telling me I'm zip code to zip code. Now you got me looking at short shifting, and they sell a short shifter for my transmission, and I'm looking at them, but they're like $400, man. So that's after it's on the road. I'm just going to have to go zip code to zip code for right now. But you got me looking at the lightning shifter. The short shifters for my transmission. I thought you'd get a kick out of that. I was Googling them today. I'm like, man, that's $400. That's got to wait till after it's on the road. Right now, it's only what I have to make the car work. And what I have now works. But I thought you'd get a kick out of that. All right. Yeah, you're right, Gary. You're 100% right. And that's exactly what's going on. I was shocked. I pre-made a couple brackets, feet. And I don't want to say feet. The brackets are the same. They bolt onto the chairs the same. But the legs, I pre-made them because I'm like, yeah, they got to be the same. I went over there, it wasn't even close, so they went right in the scrap bin, you know. So I just had to start over, and I did it the exact same way that I was doing did the driver's side. I just in place once I got in the, you know, and felt it out and made sure everything fit real nice. And just you have to just custom every way and keep watching that bubble. Whatever the bubble says on the dash says on the seats. That's the best I can do. Once they're painted black and the carpet's in there, nobody's going to know the difference anyway. I was saying that I was saying to Kim, you know, and we're going to stop at Joanne Fabrics tomorrow. I'm just going to look at the vinyl tomorrow. But it was like I told her, I said, you know, I want to try to make some kind of a, you know how your bed has, what do they call that? The dust cover where it goes around so you can't see under people's beds. I want that for my car, my buckets. So I'm gonna, you know, because the factory or the aftermarket seats I got, they only got the little short little flaps if you go back and look. But I'd like, you know, a dust skirt, and I'm gonna see if I can make one out of vinyl. You know what I mean? Can't hurt, right? What's in a 468? The 468 is basically just a 454. It's bored over. What is it? The math or whatever one. I'm not exactly positive. I'm not a motorhead either. It's like when I bought that engine, it was a great deal. To have a 468 built is about $8,000 if you go to what's that guy White, whatever. It's about 8 to 10,000 bucks. I got that motor off a guy for 5 grand, and I took it directly to a reputable builder here. Everybody uses a Mayor. You'll see me wearing his shirt sometimes. I mean, the dealerships use this guy to build engines when they have a problem. He's a wizard, and I took and I dropped the motor off to him, and he went through the whole thing to make sure it was all right. I mean, my heads are no name heads. They're aluminum. They're a nice aluminum head. They're not any fancy name. It's got dome top pistons in it. And he said the heads and the pistons weren't exactly the way he would have done it if he put it together. It wasn't right in his idea, so, and he couldn't get it to quite run right until he put Moroso indexing washers on all the spark plugs, and he was able to straighten it out that way. He had to change the oil pump on it. It was a little messed up, but other than that, it was. So I got the engine after Rob went through it. I got the engine for 6 grand, and he put it on his dyno. I have the paperwork, and you guys all know that. I've told you it's 500 horsepower. It is 500 horsepower. It's not more. It's not less. It's 500, and its maximum torque is at 4,100 RPMs is 510 foot-pounds. That's what I have. Rick was already telling me he's going to spank me at the track. He told me his car. What'd you say, Rick? Your car's quicker than a Vegas stripper, and I told him my car's quicker than me the first time. So you got that. So you know, but that's what a 468 is. I'm not a motorhead. That's why I sent it down to the motor shop. I got buddies for that, man. I know you were just kidding me, Grady. I was just kidding back, man. But you did have me looking at the short shifters. They get the short shifter for mine for a good one's like $400, and then you got to get. Have to get a shorter Hurst rod or cut mine down, one or the other. Yo, there's Phil. What's going on? Phil, I'll pick up your rad support on Sunday. Kim and I are going down to Jay's house. He just took everything down there because I got to get all my heater stuff off of him. And I got to take that bezel back out. So that means I got to lay my steering column back down again. Because he wants I'm gonna take him both them speedos back. He says he's got an even better speedo for me. I love him, man. He's a good dude. But yeah, he's got that stuff ready, and I got my my headlight bucket. He owes me the headlight bucket, but he doesn't owe me nothing. He get here. I mean, he treats me really good. But I should have it Sunday. I'll text you if I got it when and if I have it in my possession. Oh man, happy birthday, Bob. Happy birthday, Shaky. I'm looking, Terry. I'm looking. I mean, the next one in line is obviously going to be Kim's car. It's got to be something she likes, you know. So we're looking. Jay says he's got a couple coming down the pipeline. We're going to see what he has. But I mean, I'm looking every day on marketplace. You know, I found a couple things that I thought were cool, and I just haven't showed her upstairs yet. I found, but the thing about, let me see if I can find one of them to show you guys. The thing about it is what I found. Let me see here. Where I gotta go back. I think I put it in my saved. I found this 64 van. And I thought it was so cool. Let me bring it over here where you guys can see it, that light ring effects at. And if I pan through it, it's a really cool thing, and it would be fun to build. It's got a 283, but the two things are it's a manual transmission, and then it was one of these old. Remember when they used to go over the doors, and look how terrible that is when they'd get rid of the back doors and just body work it in. I'm guaranteeing you there's probably at least 2 inches of Bondo there, and that door's all caved in where it used to be. And they put that ugly light. But I thought the van was really cool. All right. And then another car I've been looking at and eyeballing. This is just a roller. And it's one of those things where people think their junk just because it's old is worth $1 million. By the way, that van, the guy wanted 3,900 bucks for it. The engine currently don't run, but it turns free. And he said he just put a starter in it, so he thinks he's got an electrical problem. That's what the story is on that. This is another car I was looking at, and it's a 64 Nova. There's no motor, no transmission, and he wants $5,000. And the quarter needs replaced on the passenger side. I don't see if I can't. This ad doesn't have the picture. He's got a second ad, and it's all the way down in Maryland. You know, so I was looking at that, but I feel like $5 grand. I mean, I know the price of stuff's going up, but I don't even think that thing has buckets. I don't even think it has front seats. I think it's got a back seat, and I don't know. I mean, 2 years ago, you get that car for what, 1,800 bucks at the most. Buy the Nova. Maybe, Dan, maybe. Kim likes that. So that's a maybe. But we do have, and let me tell you something. If I did buy that Nova or whatever I buy next, I'm going to try your formula, Dan. I'm just going to muscle through it. I'm not going to start it until I have everything here. I already found a 307 for it, real cheap. You know, nobody wants a 307, but this guy built a three. He wants a little too much for it. I feel like I can get it a little cheaper. I know where there's a cheap turbo 350. I would just buy a whole bunch of, stuff, have it sitting there, and just put the car together and take it for a ride. I would try your formula for that. I would just plow through it in like 2-3 weeks, spray bomb it, and go for a spin. It has to be an automatic though. Kim can't drive. Well, I can't say she can't drive standard. She hasn't driven a standard in years. So, I'll have to make that. The next hot rod's going to be an automatic. And yes, I'll use your ratchet. So there's that. See what else we got going on here. All right. Emails. Yeah. It's like, I had to let go on some of the stuff for this. It would have taken me a million years for what I'm doing now. I'm tired of worrying about it and speculating for like 2 weeks. What do I want to buy? I'm not worried about or what do I want to have for this and how much do I want to save up. It was just like I was teasing with Grady and I were teasing back and forth about how far I have to go to shift. I looked at the speed shifters, but I can't spend that kind of money right now. I got to spend the money on things to get it to run. Now I have the rear, the original rear for the car. Well, hold on a second. Let me catch up on chat real quick, and then I'll get into that. I agree with you, Dan. I don't have enough cars to jump around. I do have to get more, but that falls into us getting more property. I got like a quarter acre, man. I got a two-car garage, and I got three benches in there. So I got to get a bigger pole barn and a bigger property, and we are working on that. Just checking out chat, making sure I'm not missing anything. I missed a couple things. Yeah, okay, so I'm going way back in chat real quick. So yes, Mark's Garage in Hedgeville, West Virginia. I did get a picture of your brother's gasser, and it's cool as hell. He has the same front rims as I got, I think. It was blue, right? Because Kim was like, "Hey, Brian, did you see?" Yes, I saw. Yes, I did. I did get the picture, and I thought it was cool as hell. Yes, Phil, no problem, brother. Sweet. I'm trying to catch up on chat. I hate when I miss what people say. All right. Let's go here. Mike was saying something about his MG. Mike, quit talking to my wife about MGs. Ain't happening. She doesn't drive standards. I like that Nova, and that Nova is on the maybe list. I mean, we're just waiting to see because Jay has a couple cars coming down the pike, and we want to wait and see because Kim's still mad about the Pontiac. She really wanted that Safari, and it was right in the price range of what we wanted to spend, and it would have been a lot of fun doing videos on cleaning it up and getting it going for you guys. So yo, Herb's in here. What's going on? Love it. Thanks for coming in, man. I'm still catching up, man. All right, let's see what else we got. Uh I just told Dan, yeah, I'm believe me, the Nova's on the maybe list. Let's see what else we got. Yes, my expectations need to lower, right? I'm with you. All right. You're right, Gary. Everybody, and it's like if the car's old, people think it's worth $1 million. I mean, look, hey Don, what's going on? Don from Hot Rod Garage, he's going through it right now with all those nomads in the junkyard. The guy thinks they're worth big money because they got the name Nomad attached, but they're basically a pile of rust with some nice trim on them. He wants double the value of what the trim on the car is worth, and you know he hasn't been able to sell the trim off of the cars in how many years, Don? So it's like this guy with the Nova. It's killer, man. I love the little shoebox Novas. I just love them, and you can do so much with them. But this guy wants $1 million, and the first thing I got to do is cut the passenger side quarter off. It's mangled. It's mangled. So, it is what it is, though. And it's like there's dents and dings all the way around the car, but I'm not worried about it. It's just like, but I also said, like I said, I'm not going to go find a $5,000 motor. I'm going to go find a $700-800 307 that I know where it's at. That's a hot little motor. It's got all cammed up and everything. And nobody wants the little tiny 307s anymore. I'm happy with it, man. It makes 250, 300 horsepower. That'll be plenty. Little car like that, it'll scoot, So we're looking. Don't think we're not looking. We are looking, and we are going to do more. You know, all done with that, Dan. That's not going to happen. No more children's. We had one, and that was more than enough. We warped one mind to bring into this world, and you know, we are not going to warp any more little people, man. No, they're not. Or I tell you guys though, you guys saw that gasser that I had in that one video when I went down to Jay's. We almost bought that. I actually contacted him and I offered him a little bit less than what he wanted. Not a lot less, a little less. And he said, "No, I don't think I want to drop the price." And I said that to Kim. She goes, "Well, if you want it, just get back with him and we'll get it and put it off to the side." And I went to text him and he texted me back. It was gone like that. The guy that actually bought it contacted me in one of my videos. So that's fun, no big deal. But there's also a car, another gasser, a 57, where the front is a straight axle, but it's just tacked in place. And it's down in Philly. Jay sold it to that guy, and the guy that has it didn't do anything with it. So he's got it back on the market. He wants $11,000 for it. It's in Philadelphia. It's a 57 Chevy gasser. So I was I already did a gasser. I think I'd like to do a regular hot rod. It sold in a day. Sold in a day, Herb. It had a lot of nice parts on it. Yeah, the business coupes are cool, Chaz. I like those. Mike's building one. Uh Fuel Fire Garage is building one. Getting ready to build one. Now they're nice, Rick. 66, 67. They want a ton of money for them, man. There's a guy that got a 66 right now, and he's in Washington, D.C., and it's a pile, man. I mean, it's a pile, and he wants like 7, 8 grand. I know what I have, he says. There's no motor, there's no transmission, there's rust holes this big in it. I know what I have. You gotta wear these people down and hope it don't sell. That's what it is. You gotta leave it sit on the market for 2, 3 months and then show up with a pocket full of money and see what happens. Plus, I have a habit. I'm a little bit thrifty. So that's another thing I gotta work through. Sometimes Kim's gotta push me to do it. Hold on a second. Mike just sent me something. Oh yeah. I love those. I love those. That's a nice he sent me a picture of a 68 Pontiac Firebird that's a nice car, buddy. Side pipes. My buddy when I was in the Navy and I was out in California, my buddy Goody had one of these. It was really cool. Poor man's Camaro. Very nice. Are you getting it? Are you buying it, Mike? I did. I am looking at that car. Thrifty, Dan, thrifty. I spend so much, you know, I spend so much money on a car I got out in that garage it doesn't even move yet. And people think I'm like made of money. We're not. I saved up for 3 months of overtime to buy that American Auto Wire, and it still sits there. And those seats sat over there from over. These are just piles of overtime I had. And it was actually Kim's idea. She said, the car needs everything. So just start buying stuff when we have it, and then you have it all here. Now it's all here. She's bitching that it's in her basement. And now I got to put it on the car. But that's what it is. You take our time, and it's a long build because it's the car I always wanted. Now I really do want to try to plow through one like you do. I don't know. I'm old, Dan. I don't think I could do it quite as fast as you. But I might be able to do something, to shake a motor in and shake a motor out. So if I find a good roller, that Nova is very, very tempting. We're, but like I said, Kim's got the final say because it's going to be her hot rod, you know. It's going to be pretty cool, Dan. I appreciate that, and it's like, hey, I showed you in that video, it will house a 6.4. So if you're ever down here, I'm going to let you have a crack at it. I'll toss you the keys. But you've been driving ratchet shift automatics for so long, you're going to be able to shift them. Oh man, thanks, Dave. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. That means a lot, buddy. Shampoo money. That's right. Yes, they are. Dude, I got I like that. I know, dude. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, dude. But it's like my buddy Grady in here, he just got done telling me, he goes, you got to go from zip code to ship that. But it's comfortable. It is comfortable. I will tell you that. And with the seat all the way back. And I actually, Dan, I learned that by watching your videos about where I wanted to put the seat. I wanted the maximum range. I wanted somebody like a big, tall guy like you to be able to jump in there and go for a spin all the way down to Kim and Danielle's stature, all the way forward. And I'm right in the middle. And them tracks got the perfect throw. I measured back. I had 3 inches to play with the track. So it's like when the seat's all the way back, it's right even with the pillar. And that's, I'm watching your videos, and that's where you put all your seats. So thank you. We all learn from each other. Pre-pandemic. oh, oh my goodness gracious, everybody. I'm having so much fun tonight. Hang on a second. Oh my. Let's go here. All right. All right, guys. It's 10, 11, almost 12 minutes past our regular time to do this. I got a small sticker pack to give everybody with a pin. A pin. Am I saying that right on? A pin. A BAW Garage pin and some stickers. And all you have to do is guess the correct number between 1 and 42. 1 and 42. Go. Huh? Yes, I did. Did you get it? Hang on a second. I sent it. It didn't come through, but I sent it, Kim. That's the second time I sent it. Now you made me a third. Robbie Altree. Robbie Altree's the winner. Robbie Altree, number 34. Robbie Altree. Let me pull it up and show everybody. Robbie Altree. No. Oh, Kevin L got it first. I've said Robbie, I said your name, so I'll send you a pack too. I messed up. Number 34, Kevin L and Robbie Altree. I'm going to send you both a pack of stickers and a pin. I apologize. Sometimes I look and see too fast. Kim said she didn't get the text, but I sent it twice. All right. So Robbie, Kevin, I already have your address. Robbie Altree, send me your address, okay? And when you send me your go to my homepage, my homepage, my channel's homepage, and in the about section is my email. I'm also going to type it in here. All right. That's my email address, and it's also good. It's also good for Gmail. You can send it to jedclampett32 at yahoo.com or jedclampett32 at gmail.com. They both work, and they both link to my phone. So send me your address, and I'll mail you a pack of stickers and a pin. If you're comfortable with that. But that's how we have to do it. Send me your address if you'd like to have a pack. That's because I said your name first. And Kevin L, I'll get you too. I already have your address. All right. Now, I also have a second thing to give away tonight. I got two refrigerator magnets and a pin. And all I need is a number between 1 minute. All right, let me go down here. Okay. I sent it to Kim. Hopefully she got it. Okay. All right. So I need a number between 1 and 44. 1 and 44. Go. See you, Kevin. There it is. Sam won. Kansas Okie. Kansas Okie. Kansas Okie, number 23. Way to go, Sam. All right. Sam, I already have your address. I'll send that to you. So I got Kevin L. and I got Sam and Robbie. If you're comfortable, send me your address and I'll mail you a set of stickers and a pin too. All right. That's my penalty for calling your name first. You deserve it, buddy. So go ahead and give me an email. All right. Sorry, I was a little late doing that today. All right. I'll get those in the mail tomorrow, guys. Tim and I are heading out early. I got to go to the weld store. I need 75/25 for the MIG. I need straight argon for I already told you guys all this. I'm out of welding supplies. I've got nothing. I'd have no means to fuse metal, and I need to fuse some metal. Yeah, we're having some fun today, man. I'm telling you what. Sometimes we're on, sometimes we're off. I think we're on today. I hope we're on today. I'm having a good time. I know that. I always have a good time with you guys, though. All right, let's see. I'm telling you. I don't know. I always heard people calling them shoebox. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know one. You know what I mean? I do my best. Absolutely. Have a good time, Larry. That's what it's all about. That's what I need, Dan. That's what happened to me. I ran out of argon, so I'm like, no problem. I'll just finish. I'll MIG weld. I already got everything tacked. I'll MIG weld it. Well, my new MIG welder came with a little 5-pound spool of old 30 wire. Well, I used up most of that welding the ladder bar brackets on the rear. So I got a spool in the house. I ain't worried about it. So I ran out last night or the night a couple nights ago. I ran out and I'm like, I got a spool in the house. Kim come out and found it. She goes, it's right here, and because I couldn't find it, hands it to me. I take it out. I put it in the welder without even looking. It was 23 wire. And all I have is 30 and 35 contact tubes for my new welder. So I got to go to the weld store and I'm going to buy some 23 contact tubes, but I'm also going to buy a spool of 30 wire because I like 30 wire better. But so I had no means to weld. I could have hooked up my old little 100 Lincoln because that does have 20. That's all it took was 23 wire, but I don't know. So that's our first stop tomorrow is the weld store. Then I got to go across the street to Whole Foods and return one piece of that kill mat. Remember, I told you guys the story where I ran out that they sent me the wrong kill mat. They're supposed to send me 50 square feet. They sent me one square. The manufacturer actually sent me a very nice email. And they were like, the distribution hub messed up and, we're very sorry, but they're making me take one piece back. That can't cost more than $1.50. It's probably going to cost them way more to send it back. They should have just said, keep it. It's one piece. But I have till February 2nd to return it. So it's directly across the street from the weld store. So we got to do that too, to walk in and find out who do I give this kill mat to in a supermarket. So there's that. No, not really, Dan. For sheet metal, it's pretty good. I mean, for sheet metal for spot welding, it's pretty good. But it's like, believe it or not, that's all I used when I put my frame back together and everything like that. But I had to preheat that little welder. I had to preheat the metal. It's like finally I broke down and bought myself a welding machine, a good welding machine. It's like it's a curse because I don't want to brag, but I am a very good welder and I can weld with the junkiest machine and make it work. Like I did. I was thrifty. It's like I had that little 100 that my father-in-law gave me. It's a Lincoln, but it was only a 100. So if I wanted to weld anything eighth inch or a little more, I you could push it a little bit to 316, but you had to preheat the metal with a torch so that you get good penetration. It's like I know all the tricks to do the cheap way. And I finally, when I was putting the ladder bar, the front cross brace in, I snapped because the welding machine would not do the quarter inch anymore. It was like, so I snapped. And I wanted to do it that weekend. I stick welded that in. But if you looked at it, you would think it was MIG'd or TIGGed because I'm that good. I can make a stick rod sing. And that you'd say, "Oh, you're just conceited." Listen, I tell you guys, I'm not great at anything. That's one thing I can do. I can pipe weld with a stick rod like the wind. I can make that slag come off. I don't use a chipping hammer when I stick weld. That's it. But I've been doing it since I was a kid. So that's true story. That front bar is the catch bar for the ladder bars is sticked, but you would never know. That's okay, Andy. You've already got. I just sent you stickers 2 weeks ago, and if they're not there yet, it's the mail. The mail is slow right now. I sent your piece to you, Dan. And it's like the mail is just it's not moving. I just got so hopefully everybody get hopefully Andy you get your second set of stickers. I know did you win stickers or magnets last time, Andy? You might have won refrigerator magnets. I can't remember now, but I just sent you something 2 weeks ago, so I think you'll be all right. Well, you better give Keith one because I know I sent you a couple. Please give Keith one. Right on, Tony. Right on. Tell him 7018's cheating, man. I'm telling you, it's slow. It is slow. All right, Wingnut, send me your address. We'll get you a sticker. Fossil man. It's true, man. And it's getting worse. It's like my buddy Alan was over at the post office. He would always tell me the best deals, and he was awesome. He was like the union boss for the clerks for the mail service, and he would tell me he's like it's getting worse and worse and worse. He got out. He just retired right before Christmas. I missed his last day. I love that dude, man. A lot of people, I'd stand off to the side while he's waiting on other people. I just got done waiting in line, and we'd start talking. I'd be four back. He was just a great guy, and his partner, this lady, she's just as cool, and she's just getting ready to retire. And all these new, he said it's not going to get better; it's going to get worse. And they're taking away all their benefits, so they're not getting the most desirable employees like they used to have. So it's going to get worse. Maybe eventually it'll get better again, but it is what it is. Oh man, see, you're willing to ship it internationally. I'll ship to Canada, no problem, and even Mexico if we ever get any guys down there watching us. But outside of North America, I don't think that I'm going. That just costs too much. It, there's no way. Oh, dude, it was awesome. Dan, the next day it was 30 degrees and it snowed. I got snow out there. It snowed this morning. I had to shovel 4 inches this morning. And when the wind's blowing, it's nasty cold out there. Look, I even got my heavy sweater on right now, and I'm in the basement. But I'll tell you guys what, man, I got that radiant propane heater out in the garage, and we put those brushes on the doors. I put that ceiling fan on low, and I turn that thing on. In 15 minutes, my garage is 80 degrees. It doesn't matter if it's 15 degrees outside or it's 40 degrees outside. That thing heats that garage like that to where I got to put it on low. And then I got the little electric heater over in the corner that blows hot air, but it's also an air conditioner and a dehumidifier. It's all those things. I got it at Costco and I put that on. And I'm telling you, it's comfortable. I end up with just a t-shirt by halfway working through the car unless I'm welding. Warm. I gotta be warm. I get cold. I'm old. At 4 o'clock. Listen, Brent, it is. And if it was a foot, I'd have pulled, or a foot and a half, I'd have pulled out my snow blower. I have a really good snow blower too, but it was just 4 inches. I got a big driveway and I got a big walk to do in the front. At 4 o'clock in the morning, because I gotta, eat my breakfast, and I'm at work by 6 or 5:30. I don't get to work late. I'm always a half hour before you punch in. So it's like, I got to get it done. It's a rough thing in the morning. At 4 o'clock in the morning, it's a lot. That's the point I'm trying to get to. 4 in the morning comes awful early. That's what I mean. It's what Pennsylvania, especially on the east side of Pennsylvania, the wild shifts in temperatures is incredible. It'll be 65 one day and it'll be 2 the next. It's like we got a nor'easter coming in. They ain't kidding. You should send me your address, Scott, Dave. I'll send you some stickers. I'll send you a nice pin too. You could put it in your lapel or on your collar. You know, Andy, I'm going to see that pin on one of your collars one of these times. All right, no problem, man. Just send it. My emails in the about section on my channel's homepage. Just send it over, man. You might already have. I appreciate it, Andy. I'll do it, Robbie. No problem. Send me your address. Is it already? Did you email me? Yep, I got it, Robbie. I got your address. I'll I'll certainly do that. I'll send you one. No problem. Shovel. I have a snowblower, but only when I have to use it. Oh, hey Dan, I wanted to tell you, if you're still in here, you mentioned that guy today, and I started watching some of his videos. Your buddy, the English guy, Lord Muck. Tractors are like crack to me. I just love watching farm tractors and shit, man. That's right up my I watched like 4 of his videos today just because you said Lord Muck, and I'm like, I think I saw that name before, and I started watching them today. I love tractors. I don't know. Ever since I was a little kid, I've loved them things, man. Yeah, cheeky Englishman. He's pretty cool. He's pretty cool dude, man. Yeah, I started watching him. See, now eventually it's like down, like Kim and I were looking at properties, but they were too far south in Delaware, and there was farm tractors that were just yard art, lawn art, they say. And that, like the old farm malls, I love them things, man. The old farm mall tractors, you guys know what I'm talking about. They got the double wheels in the front, they're real long. My wife's girlfriend's ex-husband was in the tractors. He had a couple of them, And I think he might still do it. But a lot of these guys are crazy about them, like the Ford 8 and 9s and the Farmalls, the Olivers, the old Massies. These guys love to rebuild these things, and then you'll see them selling them cheap because all they want to do is work on them and get them going and restore them and paint them and all. And then, but I don't have the property. We have to have the property before I'm allowed to have a farm tractor. But I love them things, man. Oh yeah. Say we were in Smyrna looking, Chaz, and it was just a little too far south. I mean, that would have been an hour and 15-minute ride for me one way to work, and it was just a little too far. It had everything we wanted. It was just the distance. So we're still looking. Hey, Brent, take it easy, man. As a matter of fact, we just crossed over the 1 hour mark. We don't want to hold you guys up too long. I had a great date tonight. It was fun for me to talk to you guys tonight. It was, you know, sometimes it's a little funner than other. And tonight I had a blast, and I appreciate everybody coming in here and joining the party. We got a pretty good number. I think we hit like 45 people tonight. That's awesome. All right. So listen. All right, I'm going to try to get some content out probably by Sunday, Monday, maybe Tuesday. It just all depends on when I get out there. I got a couple little things stashed. We'll see what we can do. But as usual, it was a good time talking to everybody. Kevin L., Greg Gibbs, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. $800 for an old Farmall. Oh man, that's awesome. All right, Daniel, thanks for coming in. Terry Moot, I enjoyed you. Robbie, thanks for coming in. Chaz, Tony, Dan, Danny, if you're watching with her. Lynn, Larry, thanks. Lonnie, thanks for coming in. I appreciate all you guys. Gary's Garage, Rick, appreciate you. Don's Hot Rod Garage, thanks for stopping by, man. Had a blast tonight. Really did, man. You guys are a lot of fun, man. So don't forget, we're going to do this again next Friday. Peek around my channel here in the next couple days. We'll have a video out for you too. All right. So until next week, I want everybody to be safe and have a good weekend. Take care, everybody.